Čauky lidi, vítejte zpátky u hry The Outer Worlds. Chystám se na druhou planetu. V minulém streamu jsem dokončil první. Když jsem se přesouval, dokecal jsem všechny ty hajzly s těma na lodi. Tak uvidíme. Nevím, jak to tam vypadá dál. To už jste se nespoileroval. Tak načítáme, no tak jo. Se to resetovalo. Jsem se divil teda. Já musím na tu loď. Musím tam přiletět do konce. Parváty, co potřebuješ? Tak asi jdem. Co jiného tady na lodi? Ale zase mi to nebo se to zase seká. Je to v pohodě, viď? Tady. Minule se to jak sekalo. Počkej, já potřebuji questy. Kde jsou questy? Cleaning machine. To je groundbreakeru. Tady to je taky snad. Já tady potřebuji najít něco, co si... Entries outer terminal in captain. A já musím... Že tady mám nějakého robota, já nevím jak ho aktivovat. A je to psaní tady v terminálu, jo. Don't forget from this cards emerald in Emerald Wales. Broker. Aha, aha. Storage. Feci, jaká stará továrna v Roseway. Ale to tady nepíšou právě v tom těch questech, že bych tam měl jít. V Roseway, jo. A dokonce tady píšou. Ani nikdy tam bylo vyzvednutý z Roseway. Já nemám tušení, kdo to je. Mapa. Já tady nemám ještě mapu vesmíru. Jo, mám. Počkej, mapa vesmíru by měla být tady, viď? A kde je Roseway? Já nevím, kde je Roseway. No, to je asi jedno. Tak jdeme sem. S kým chci jít? Můžu si vybrat až 2. Tak. Asi může mít. Nemůžu umřít, hraju na normální obtížnost. Uvažoval jsem, že bych to ještě hrál někdy v budoucnu třeba. Na tu nejtěžší, že to přišlo takový survival, takový přežití víc. Jestli musíš vydat jídlo, pití a takový, no, tady nemusíš dokonce ani spát. Aha, počkej, asi. Co je to blbné? Jane Elson, a hovno, tam je něco musím krást. Proč co na mě uvidí? Teď se uložím. Myslím, že jsem přiletí jak na kuštěti. Pamatujte si, kde máme zaparkovanou loď, jo? To je naše loď, tady ta velká. Tak my máme takovou střední. Mordr. A Felix. Felixi, tebe jsem už ani nikde viděl.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better. You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock. This is the groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move
along. Robot.
I don't have time for this. Need a drink.
Nebo jenom brnění, jo, to bude asi jenom brnění. Tak čus. Čau Felixi, už jsme se viděli, ne?
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once.
Ale zapomněl jsem, kde jsem ho viděl.
I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a spacer's chosen man, though. So when the chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh boy, boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Yeah, I reckon you're right. Imagine me wasting my life loading boxes, unloading boxes, watching the ships roll in and take off. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Já jsem ten od vedle.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Takže máme na lodi. Já jsem najal.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
No tak jo.
Just arrived. Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to.
Cože smrdíš a chceš jakobat prdel?
Gonna head to Vera's for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Whisky a šipky? No to nevím. Do čeho by ses potom trefil, ale? Stevedore. Cože je? Je tady zima, jo? Ani se nedivím, že máš otevřený vrata tam do vesmíru. Počkej. Počkej, pšš. Sakra mě sleduje. Ne, to je... Tu nejsem. Tak nic. Tak krásně budeme. Sakra, ty co zase saká, než jsem načtou textury. Ty jsi mě viděl, viď? Kdo mě viděl, tam ta ženská, vole. Ty letní. Dobrý den. Restricted area. Typo, jak se dostanu. Nebo mít tady nějaký tajný dveře. Tady je někam cesta. Kam se to dostávám? Ty 51 kreditů. Ty vás jsem solek. Jsem máš nějaký secret. Škoda, tady tu se nedá projít. Na druhé straně, hovno. Radši normální stupen, nebo řeknu, že jsem tady kradl nebo něco. Budou mě chtít zmlátit. Ty zrovna tam doskákali a teď musí zase zpátky. Trošku mi křuplo v kolínkách, ale nebojte se. Co řeš? Já se chci tady prohlídnout obchod. Proč je to pořád zamčený, jak to vemknu? Restricted stock. Musí být asi nějakým kultu nebo něco. Už odešla. Svině hnusná. Myslíš, že mě tam ten prásk, ne? Něco jsem našel. Prdá, někdo sem jde.
Spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe.
Já, to jsou hajzl, hnusnej, kde se tu vzal, vole. Já s tebou nechci kecat, kurňa. Ty vole, já jsem solek. Vůbec nic, je. Vůbec nic, radši si to vložím. Zjistil, že se mi tam něco zmizelo. Tak ohledáme. To je takových lidí. To ještě je dohledané. Bells. Makreda. Wells dokonce dvakrát. Já teď mám nějaký IDčko, myslím, že se odemkl tady. Neodemklo. Ale můžu prodat junk. Tak. 16 mám. Dobrý den. Dobrý.
Identification, please.
Já mám identifikaci tady.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Jsem čistě dlouho našel tam ve skladu. To jdeš, Chico.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Co? Možná, že tohle není konec světa. Slime stack here.
Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock. Of course, then you'd find yourself with an exciting new problem.
What? She was impounded.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it.
3 dny.
But what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our
HZ mi chce vzít
I have
loď.
to take a guess as to why. You probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Kdo?
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any
Nějaký
complaints.
hajzl si nárokuje
Oh,
právo
and
na
if you're
mou
headed that way,
loď.
would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sick bay.
Řekni mi kde a já jdu zmlátit, pojď.
It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Jaký shipment?
A handful of sand
Shitment.
cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Je tam, kde se řve, tam mám
Much
jít.
appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Chceš mi ještě s něčím pomoct?
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You
Mám
need
to.
anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Vážně jo. Kde najdu práci?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system
Třeba
passes
vedle
through
šák to
Groundbreaker.
dostanu.
Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings
To jestli je
and
pošle
Sublex
do té
Alpha.
zakázané zóny.
But there are independent operators around the promenade deck.
Spíš se tam
Most of
podívám,
those
co?
jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Proč červená?
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
Ještě něco?
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. All right.
To je všechno, co potřebuji vědět. Ještě to je víc.
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Ježišmarja.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing.
Díky za info. Ještě něco?
Be
Co?
seeing you.
Oni končí rozhovor beze mě. Můžu projít. Počkej. Co máme teda za questy? Tak. Journal. Journal Empty Man. Jdem za Empty Manem. Proč je to označení? Jo, to jsou hlavní questy. Tak. Companion quest. Jdem. Kde to je? 15 metrů. To je v tom skladu, ale... To se poto, nebo...
Find out which crew I mean, the Scholar.
Se dostanu.
You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a... Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it. He'll be in the board offices on the promenade.
Jo, za tím chlápkem mohl zajít, jo. Zdržuje mojí loď, hajzlík. Bez toho nemůžu odletět.
He's the board's watchful eye here on Groundbreaker.
Watchful eye,
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
Anything else? Anything else?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
No.
Then get to business or get moving.
Já vím, že mi to nemůžeš prozradit.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Čus. Co mi ty
Hi there.
řekneš?
Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Floors. Get bigger. Some work.
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at
Lilia
Salvage.
Hagen.
They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
Mistr? Já jsem mistr. Chief Tennyson.
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters. Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly. They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning. Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed. If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom. Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
People do what they gotta to get by.
To je zajímavé, že on se přidá do rozhovoru.
Oh, sure, sorry. Gets it might boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much and Commandant Sonia's gotta reprimand me again and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... We just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something. I'm not allowed to file stuff, sir. Oh, right. Okay. Mind you don't touch nothing. Fees or no, the other Mardettes won't take it kindly.
Mám čistý rejstřík. Si uložím. A teď tam běhnu do toho baráku a seberu to, co potřebuju. Ven! Nechceš odejít? Potřebuji se tam proplížit. Paní, stěžujete mi to. Ty vole, to je na takovém místě, ze kterého to neseberu. Ona odchází. Uložit si to. Ty vole, proč musím jít druhým tom? Jestli se někdo... To prčice to je.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Vůbec nic nezjistili.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage.
Já mám to IDčko, víš, tak se to mohl jen tak.
What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Jara, perception.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Já nemám perception, já potřebuji perception. Už mluvím perception. Tak, kde je perception? Kolik potřebuji? 40. Tak, sník na 50. Všechno daleko od čeho? Možná tady je. Tak já když tady snížím o jeden. Xkem to revertnu. Tak. Tak. Apply. Ano. Drag mixing. Breakdown weapons. Jaký perky třeba někam dám. Stock vendors. Rating, time duration, to nepoužívám ani. Convert, když jsem přetížen, aha. 50% XP od kompanionů. Critical chance, sprint speed, walk speed. Tak tohle asi. Kdy odemknu tu další týr? Parváty a ten dědek má něco? Ne. Chtěl by něco? 53. Teď mám 82, ale 68. A 52. 118, nic lepšího nemám. A Viktor Max. Má rád brokovnici, tu jsem tady někde viděl. Ne, to není brokovnice, tak nic. 83. Má rád shotguny, nemám no. joysticky 131, tady to má 79. No nic. Tak, inventář, tak to rozeberu. Ano. Ano. Já mohl jsem tam to prodat, viď? Škoda. Jaký armor tu mám? 6kovej, no to je. Jedna táhni. Level 13. To je 7. Touch plus 7. Co mají tyhle dva? Já to mám mnohem dobrý. Dialog skill, aha. On nemá žádnou helmu, ale už jsem ji rozebral, tak má smůlu. Tak, čtvrtý slot mám otevřený. Co si tam dám? Adrenalin. No tak tohle. Tak. Jaký jsou bez questy? Take must to visit the region Cheney. Kde to je? Tady jde nějakým někde jinde. Tam nejdu. Tohle je... Jo, nějaký tom. To je nějaká task, něco. Otázečka. Dobrý. Wow. Freight and crew. Jo, tady to je nějaký rozvětvený. Beritvo. Ne. Tady něco je. Nic. Dobrý den. Můžu si to přečíst? Aniž byste mě zmlátili. Dobrý. Bypass. Oh, rest and go key. Dívejte se dál na tu televizku, já jsem si základ klíč nějaký. Nebo čo? Malde týde. Security card. Haha, já jsem sekuriťák. Otvíráme vrátka. Ježišmarja, to je nějaký velký. Dobrý den. Reklamní dron. Len pryč. Ale když se vyskočil lzák nebo něco. Mardet. Steward. Je tu. Začneme vlevo. Vlevo dveře. Dobrý den.
How do you do? And welcome to the rest and go.
Ale mám klíč, ale
go and rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
To dává rozum.
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to skateboard oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Co to bylo?
Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
No, nic. Cvaka. Já se uložím. Já čekám, že tady někam běhnu a zabijou mě. Plus 5 hack. Ruský fuj. Ale můžu prodat junk? Žádný nemám. Tyjo, to jsou zbraně. Co to je chutí furt? Už nic není. Krysa! To je ten, ne? Ten, jak máš přidat vodu a oni vyrostou. A naserou se. O! Jaká noclárna. Squatter, aha, squatteři, jo. Okradu squattery. Ty vás jsem se, že jsem přišel nějaký. Nějaká tma, ne? Co tady? Tam to lezu. Restricted area, do prčic. On se zase vlez. O. Co tam je? Ty márnice. Chci tam jít. Ještě tam nejdu. Vím, že se tam dá dostat takhle. Spacer. Dobrý den, paní Gladys. Vás jsem hledal tuhle.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason?
Zajíček přišel za ní, jo.
Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought.
Fine, send me, řekl. Oh.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, groundbreakers.
Cože mám koupit?
We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these
si mám
days.
koupit.
It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Kolik stojí? 10 táců, jdi do prdele.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Co ti zaplatil kauci, ty vole?
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little more
10
flexibility.
táců.
Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Details.
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we caught the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Want a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Ukaž, vole. Co máš? Co to je? Ty se jako plik. To si koupím. Datapad. Taky. Tak, díky. To už je drahý. Víš, i tu máš safe, ty vole. Dobrý den, Viktor Max, co jsi tu vzal?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this
Už tě okrás.
Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on.
Sorry. Zavři, kurňa! Jsi blbej.
Quiet.
Prčic, to bylo na jedno použití. To bylo na jedno použití. Děláš srandu, ne? Fakt, že jo. Ne. Na bytu. Ještě ukrademe tady ty nahoře, ne? Dobrý den. Promiňte. Nebudu vás rušit od nevím čeho. Tady někdo stál, ne? O. Či zavři, ale! Co bylo otevřeno? No, to bude asi budu sbírat. No, to jsem moc neprodal. Sell or buy, no. Pádlo prodej. Jí to má 36 damage. Jdi pryč. Jaký má zbraně? Žádný. Armor. O, táhni. Fotka. Za 8, co je drahý? 9. To je za 13. Za 6. To je za 13. Hardening cream. A to je něco na armor. Kaleštěnka. Nechci. Taky pivko. To 5,5. To bylo skáně dlouho, ty peníze. To vede pořád ty ženský. Ne, to vede někam jinam. Ježišmarja, co to má na hlavě? Myslíš, že mě bude sledovat? Každý ve Skyrimu, vole. To je jeho hlava. No, to už ti nechám. Tak. To máš.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Ellie?
You can't get me out of there.
Ty ty jsi mě tady zavřel.
I am not making a scene.
Tam si co se děje.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Třeba ti pomůžu.
See, Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Vedlejšák, no ne?
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Cože?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Jun Lei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
Já ti dám, vole, se proplížím vzadu. Zde máš adrenalín. Nějaký pepřák. Záznamy. Dík. Že mě vyhodí, když se tak takhle vlezu.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Počkej, já hledám tu ženskou, ale... Co se děje?
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
A já jsem nedokončil.
And I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
Hej vole.
You have yourself a day then.
Už kecala. Řekla houh, domluvila. Sick Bay Nurse. Ženské. Vidíte chlap. Tam je nějaká ženská na posteli. Tady taky. Pš. On je v karanténě? Si půjčím tady kartičku. Co se sebral vůbec? Security guard. Počkej, schválně. Sorry. Tady najdu nějaký záznamy lékařský, nebojte se. Můžu se tam proplížit? Neserte mě. Já táto přijdu. Co se tam děje? Musím prošetřit márnici, jo. Jestli to posere, tak se to posere. Tak, tady si to uložím. Odlákám toho debila tady u dveří. Co? Jak to zbavím? Jestli mě uviděj. Já jsem z toho určitě někde jinde, jo. Jsem nenechal otevřít dveře. Drogy si vemu. Ještě nevím, jak odejdu, ale no, tak. Řeš postupně, ne? Proč co to má v okno? Se tu je hovno. Co se stane, když to zmáčknu? To je ta paní. Dojilová.
You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
What do you think you're doing? Oh, my mistake.
Aha.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have
Tak
missed a
divně,
payment or
proč
two,
je
and the other night I
červená?
swear someone was following me back to my
Že jsou
room.
nějaký takový
So I hold
červený,
up
co
here to lay
dělat?
low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Tak jsem se promluvil s ní. Nějaký dluh mám srovnatý, ale... Ježišmarja. Táhni. Táhni, svině. Druhýmu oknu. Počkám, otoč já teď těm dveřím, viď. Počkej, až se posune. Ano, jdi tam, tak. Ha!
By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity.
Zvuk. Počkej, tady jsem byl. Vypadá to. Tak. Takže to bychom měli. Takže dál. Worst kontakt. Teď děláme, jo. Já tady kradu. Vedlejšáky jsou tady vedlejší. Počkej, já potřebuji pro můj soule.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor and now I owe her. So, did you find her or what?
No, něco, jo.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Tak, jsem probral s ní. Co tyhle dva? Morďáci, jarsekuriťáci tady. Terminál, public terminál. Tyvo to je. Tak, se vystil, ty táhni. Pancake ti dá.
Board patrol nicked a friend of mine. Accused her of piracy.
Shit. She actually do it?
No. What the cleanest
Zbrojnice! To se tady správně. Ty, on to má patra. No to je v háji. To je nějaké sklad jenom. Vystrašený vystrašená crew. Etl Gabriel.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place.
Aha,
I've got a
jaký
fresh
osek.
brown batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terrified to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
Grinder dozen?
You know what sprats are? Space rats.
Aha.
The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource.
No to já
Sprat meat
nevím,
is
hele.
plenty tasty when properly
Pečám
prepared.
krysu, to si
We
můžeš
grind them
nechat.
up in sausages, then terror fry them in their own juices. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike. Legally? No. The terra frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&D'ing our own special meat. Terra frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret, a mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Aha, to je samý
Just as
Ečka.
well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm fresh sprats. Long as you don't mind me grinding spratwurst while we talk. Little things don't make themselves chewy. At least not yet. I'm sure modern science will find a way. Just as well,
Juice.
near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm fresh sprats.
Musím, že strčí do prdele. A nebo... Dobrý den! Vy tu nic nemáte, tak nic.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor.
Pane,
Maybe it's a
pane
bit
se
secondhand,
sám
but that's only
doma,
a testament
pane
to its
Oswald.
durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
Počkej, on prodá
Most
melee
times you have to
weapons.
repel borders, but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull. Everything I sell is fresh
Řekni
from the
víc o
forge.
těch
Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's
sklady
freshly in
někde
the shape.
jsou. No mi to teda řek, vole.
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Takže jí mají připravený životopis svůj. Tak. Tak to máš pěknýho. Helma! To je jaká tma, to nic není, ale je tu něco. Dokonce nějaký klíč. Kitchen key. Auntie's kitchen. Když se budu nějaký kuchyně. To je tady! A ona se tady udusila, nebo co? Počkej, to radši. Pane, ale...
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit would clarify. There is a dead mechanic in the kitchen. User error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery engaged several systems at once. The slicer, the grinder, the tenderizer. This unit behaves precisely as it was engineered. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for the mess. This unit is not designated for cleaning duties and cannot be compelled to accept another unit's responsibilities. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Co prodáváš? To se nechlo. Prodám ti junk. Tak. Máš tam mrtvý tělo a on se to nestará, že tady je v práci. Otevřte dveře! Na skle! Asi pyramid jsem sebral. Dobrý den, dobrý den! Počkej, já se teď kouknu do tvýho počítače jenom takhle, aha. On to chce nějaký heslo. Pane kníráč, pijate kníratej.
You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Eh?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
Já jsem dal to čtvrtý, ty vole.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Ty jak přepíná, nevole. Mezi soukromým a profesionálním rozhovorem.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Jaké orgány?
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Radši mám zrušit.
might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Ještě něco potřebuju.
Be my guest.
Potřebuji se na něco zeptat.
Good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit? No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Best to be clear, I believe. Oh, law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. And their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints.
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Indeed. What is the saying? The two most common elements in the universe are hydrogen and stupidity. Someone must stand for reason and order, and the board is best equipped to do so.
Radši jdu. Co máš za zbraně? Brokádiu. Aha. Aha. Chcíš je...
You're doing.
Co myslíš, že dělám?
I don't want any trouble out of you.
Já odcházím. O čem mluvíte? Vůbec o ničem? Hacknu zprávu, tak. Jako zprávu. Se vám něco válí. To vede někam dál. Nechci další. Jo. Všechno v pohodě. Jaký krysy jenom. Je tady nějaká lampička na té zbraní? No dolů ne. Korporátní něco. Co mi dole? Tam něco spadlo. A border tam padá. Co vy krysy, táhněte, vole. No to vede.
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting.
Tej vole, teď to je jaký rozvetvený.
I need neither your advice nor your pity.
Se nedá dostat, aha. Co to je? Co jaký červy? Jako to již hrali. Aha. Oj, ty moc jsem myslel, že jsem spadnul. To neschoď mě. Co tam dělá? Aha, tady je to blokovaný. Kam se to dostávám? To je nějaký skladiště. Jaký klíč od něčeho. Přečel jsem si od čeho. Je tady na hrabu 10 táců. Tyhle lodi. Asi jo, viď. Seká se to. Skvělý. Do čeho to dát? Čtyřicítku hack. A zbytek asi od dialogu. Tak. Perky, žádný. Journal. Nemají hovno. Tak. To nic není. Dobrý den. Vy to moc nemáte. To je jídelná. Ještě to už nikam nevedlo, víš, tak. Čistí záchůdky, jo. Dobrý, pane server Ether.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Ty máš něco?
Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season. The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
Tak jo, čus.
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What ain't I got?
Hej, jen si tím možná prodáme nějaký junk. Jenom tak trošku. Tady máte díru ve zdi. To prč, co mě schozuje někdo, jak to budem kam. Je baseballista. Ty vole, já jsem selek. A to něco zachrastí, já seleknu. Tady běž někde schody, viď? Nebo výtah. Tady ne. Tady byl výtah.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
Dobrý.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays?
Ty ho zmlátili.
These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Lilia mě počkává, jo, tak jo. Tak jo. Lilia Hagen, co vás mám vkecat, viď.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
What?
Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Viď? Je to jenom tak...
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative. but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself.
Ona potřebuje ten
Time to expand our interests into other sectors. I can let my hair down.
Shipping.
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Thank you. I work hard to keep it that way. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Nemáš co skrývat. Fakt,
Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Uvidíme. To je knížka. A nemůžu. Tady můžu. Tady mám ochos. Myslím, jaký vrata někam. Engineering. Tam potřebuje engineering. Maličká židlička. Já jdu, čus.
Yes, but as I've repeatedly said, I was assigned there as a vicar. I just can't believe it was. I was not lying.
Ty jo, on to ještě pokračuje. Ta loď je ještě větší. S tím potřebuji mluvit. S ní?
I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Julie is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Uh-huh.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Jak se tam dostanu, ale?
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Taky se všichni upečou, jo. Co to je za quest vůbec? Co heating? Tohle. To je výtah. Backbase jdem. Pod palubí jdem. Mekret. Počkej, to jsem měl zabít, viď? And down and kill Mekreda. Tak jdem na něj. No já můžu. Já jsem rychle umřel. Ty jo, ještě máš kytavku.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Rozstřílení, vole. Ten mě je tušení ani. Ty vole, škytavka blbá. Ty vole. Ty vole, to se rozvětvuje zas. Hajzl. To je schovaní hajzlové. To byl hajzl na nabíječce. Díky, ty seš nevinnej. Trochu jídla. Flow tutorials, co to je? Physical damage weakness. Taking too much physical damage has the effect. A můj. A. Dostává to 25% víc damage. To ne, vole.
What do you think you're doing? Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Říkají, že se přijde vaši vojáci, vole. Proč tam jsou červený ty vykřičí ty troubelníky? Jako se na mě do tady chystá, vole? Outlaw ještě tady někde je. Posránci, ty vole. Kdyby tu ještě jedny dveře. Takže břík. A tady ještě někam to vede. Se dal dostat i někuj zadem. A trpíši se tu dal. Já si to vyřešil po svým. Jak všichni spokojení. Tak. Ty vole. Ty tady máš terminál, to si přečtu. Nejdřív.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large doors to far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Takže pokračuje. To se dá hacknout a ona by mě viděla. Já se teď něco ukráste. Co to je? Nějaký roj. Ještě jeden svý, jak to má být. A. Ale nevidím ho. Jo, on je tam nahoře. Company. Ještě je zapálil, když byl mrtvý. Zabijácký roboti tu jsou.
Their death, our survival.
Co? Halo? Ne. Já si po žebříku. Se bojila jsem, bála se jít kvůli těm hajzlům. Já to zvládám levou zadní, jo. Když to stačí vykrádat po cestě. To se ale řebil, viď?
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Přitáci se nosil za to dobrý.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udon Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stem that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You've got my attention.
Ulevuje se hajzlové. Takže kam? Co update, no? To já nevím. Automatica, tunes. Tak dám Science 40, ne? Tak. A perk? Ty vole, jaký perk si dám? Time Dimension, to nepoužívám. A jo, tak. Tak to by bylo. To je taky můj level. Range damage, armor rating, mere damage, change, moc, tohle. A Vector Max. Range, mere damage, dial combat, jo. To je fast travel dokonce. Co mám vůbec za quest? Aha. aby se za quest zapomněl.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss June Lay. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
I'm not sure that's entirely legal.
That's half the reason I make them, my dear. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Navigate Stellar Bay. Jo, navký, jo. Já mám skoro 10 táců.
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
Trade nejdřív.
Ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Tak, já mám 10 táců. Ještě něco prodám. Možná. Ještě červený. No. Co je drahší? 26. To je level 1, nechci.
It's almost time for today's episode
A
of the
neser mě,
Chairman's
vole.
Children.
Chci si koupit ten navký, jo.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Ne.
Anytime, sweetheart.
Už
You know
nic.
where to find me.
Tak, to by bylo. Lilia Hagen. Počkej, mám nějaký ten... Kde jsem zabil, ne?
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off.
No, jsem mu nakopal prdel, jak to víš, vole.
I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardets' backs, the Mardets have got yours. Here's the bounty
Kolik mi dá?
payout. Nice work down there. With any
Kolik
luck,
peněz
we
na
can hire more
XPčeku.
sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
Ještě jsem táců. 1200. Dobrý, no. Roseville Landing. Jak se dostanu? Aha! To prčic. Tak. Kam šel ten debil, ten poslední? Kam spadnul? Nebo on? Tak. Něco k sebrání tu není, ne? Fakt ne? Workbench nepotřebuju. Transfer? Jaký transfer? Aha. Si to můžu přesunout do té truhly. To je všechno, co jsem potřeboval. Vypadá to, že jo. Tyjo, škýtavka je zpátky, tyjo. Workbenchi, asi nic se potřebuju, co? Tinkering. To je drahý. Počkej, tady by měly být ty dveře, ne? Tak. Co potřebuju? teďka mám jít? Zpátky do lodi. Jasně, že jo. To taky vede do lodi, ne? Co to je? Rousy se alí. Počkej, kudy se tam vlastně jde? Tady mega vrata, já je nevidím.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being...
Ja,
the good news
nechám vás
through the
ukecat, to
wireless.
ne.
Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Chci ještě dneska vypadnout z
Tell you
tyhle
what,
lodi.
I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry, though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Nechce na loď.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Bude rád, že bude na lodi. Co dá tu je? Ať se na loď. Cleaning machine. Exit steeper, jo, to v těch Roseberry, tam půjdu někdy. A to je taky na lodi. Tak, zbývá jenom má doktor Velse, ne. Za táskem. Je to všecko nahoře. Bude všechno na té lodi, nejspíš. Jaká zakázka tu je pro záporáky. Dobrý den.
If this is something
Paní
Tobias
zlá.
could handle, see yourself out the door. Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
No.
You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Well, that set me at ease.
Set crime, jo. Set the faction quest. Je ta ženská. Je v prčicích.
That we are not caught bending the law. I am not keen on another long-term penitentiary assignment. As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Co máš na srdci?
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist School of Thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms? gosh, did she ever. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just...
Takže jediná je, která ví, jak to spravit.
I wish I was half so confident.
Tak. Jdeme domů. Jdeme na loď. Konečně. Všechny questy splněný. Vendor. Faction quest. Uvidíme, co to je za questy. Když se to bude přes držku, to tam bude, no tak to nebudu dělat.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
No tak pojď, ne?
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
To se rychle teleportovat. Nechal jsi tu věci. Myslíš, že tě budeme nosit dovnitř? Musíš si odletíš bez nich, no, když si nejdeš dovnitř.
I suppose if the crew's quarters fill up, we could hang hammocks in the cargo hold. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Oh, klidně.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Jo, budeš mít
Best of luck. Everyone
nějaký čas, jo.
is counting on you.
Level 11. Co to dám? Sneak weakness. Tak. Jo. Jo. Tak jo, jo. To je na Monarch, Roosevelt. Tohle je něco tady na lodi. Eli něco chce? Má level 10. 48. To asi nechám, ne? Nic lepšího nemám. Možná tuhle. co bude štít. Base. Generate. Proč mít? Tak. Medical skill, ještě má jeden. Here amount granted by medical inhaler. On je takový support, jo. Tak. Felix. Persuade. Covering enemies. Tak, ty nic nemají. Tak. Pořád kodex, ty vole. Tak, dobrý, mám to přečtený, už tě neotravujou, tak, ty jsi šparváto.
Hey, Captain, can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages, I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda. I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't. I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. No, sir, that's not it. I guess I just needed to talk. I'm feeling a touch better. Thanks for hearing me out, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker?
Yeah,
get some drinks at that bar there? Lost Hope? If you're there, I'm sure things will be okay. Like, I mean, you wouldn't let nothing bad happen to me, right? Thanks for asking, by the by. It means something to know you're looking out.
Ale se zpátky na tu loď. To je hrozný sníh, teď tam jsme, ale no tak tam zajdem, no. Chlastání s parvátorem.
Remember that you are not...
Parvátu si vem.
Insured.
Jdem do baru. A hovno. Já mám bouchačky, mě se nikdo nic, mě se nikdo nedotkne ani. Otevřte vrátka, kurňa. Kde tu je bar?
Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Teď pomalu nejdřív pivem.
Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Welcome to a favored pastime of the common masses, Ms. Holcomb. I myself don't imagine you'll care for the flavor.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot. People drink that for fun? Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing?
Spaghetti. Drinking good whiskers.
Specifically. Definitely specifically.
Specificky, co se...
why did I drink that? I mean, just with Junlei. I don't know what to do about us.
There you go, message you could do it.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
There's a right into message.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
Yeah, to nemám.
Well, maybe she just wanted to let me know her preferences. In a less awkward way. But that made it more awkward. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Alright, so before... Better say 25.
Law, no. That beer tasted like how Dad's old socks smelled. Maybe something sweet and mild, like wine?
Jako víno. Víno s pivem.
Gosh, that smells pretty almost. Like flowers gone a little off. Down it goes. Hey, that's not so bad. Kind of almost nice, maybe.
Ne, měl jsem jí to znechutit. Chlastání.
all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
Prostě dát ty whisky, jo.
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me? There's nothing easy about about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? Of course. Wouldn't you be? I envy your boldness of spirit, Captain. I can only hope a little bit of it rubs off on me. But, gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. I don't want to be that person. Don't want to be cold. I want to bring light to June's life. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about.
Mhm.
Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Takže si bych mohl vlastně.
All right. There's no need to strip your screws over it.
Jdem tam.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Tak
when we
jdi
get
a
back to the
nekecej, vole.
ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
Well, it's not like I could be elsewhere. Nor am I capable of neglecting a wayward lamb in need of guidance.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Tak jdi. Tak jdem, pojď. Už se tam zase jde. Jaký zpátky na loď? Takže jdeme za tu ženskou. Počkej, nedal to jiný quest. Běhat se má tam nebo? Neser mě, já běžím do lodi. Já už si dokonce odstěhoval ty krámy do lodi.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
To já vím, že se mu chce kecat. Takže má někam zdrhla zas.
I don't know if you watched the big finale, but...
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I
na všechno zapomněla.
Some of the drinks we tried I even liked. I guess it's not all disgusting. I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it, otherwise I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the text. Oh, she called mashed potatoes smashed potatoes, but I think maybe that's just what they call them on Groundbreaker. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises. Isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Tak, to se splňuji. Nebo tam jiný následek nějaký? Určitě jo. Tak. Companion, to už je pryč, ty konečně odsud pryč. Co ty máš za vedlejšák?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars, and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Oh yeah, I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going. Good to see you, boss.
Můžu poslat pryč, aha. Z party. Proč bych to dělal? Počkej, tady jsou nějaký dveře. Aha.
Felix keeps asking me to watch some adventure serial with him. It's not my thing, but he's real sweet about it.
A, tady to už mám vyzdobený. Jo, já to můžu nosit, tyhle věci. A to je tady toho. Čokoláda, jo. Terror monarch. Zabavit, všechno zabavit. No. Počkej, 4. Jo. Co dále ten furt? Já potřebuji tu součástku vlastně. Tady je. Chceš pokecat?
I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination.
Aha.
Not much else to
On
know,
je chirurg.
Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
To je vodka.
I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away?
Takže jí nevadí, že budu dělat nějaký záporný věci.
gotta figure out how to work that into my aesthetic. Maybe a pair of earrings? I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
Jo, takhle.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
Takže ti nebude vadit, co budeme tady vyvádět?
Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Oh, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No complaints here.
Jaká zamindrákovaná. Říká, tady ještě potřebuji něco. Zprávy mi někdo poslal. Tak. To by bylo. Radio Free. Tady. To mě už dovede někam. Ne, na servery, vole. Na Roseway bych potřeboval. Stellar Bay. Na Monarch. Scalia. To je Roseway.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
No, nevím.
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Orson Shaw?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on a lost hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
A pak zjistíme, že přežil.
Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne who died in Emerald Vale due to excessive internal and external bleeding. I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity in order to sync your commands to my interpretation protocols. I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. You're welcome to continue lying about your identity if you wish, but I know the truth.
Ah.
I am relieved to hear it, Captain. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance?
Možná jít příště. Tak. To se poslechli. Easter signál. Vedlejšáky sami.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Jsme na orbitě, jdeme.
We gotta talk.
Co chceš
This
kecat?
Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
There you go.
I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Já se podívat, kdo nás čeká, jo. Tak jdem. Beru si tohle. Tebe nechci, tebe taky ne, tebe. A třeba Felixe. Uvidíme, co umí. Tak, jdem.
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
Viď, taky to
Something on
smrdí
your mind?
zatím. Žádný sekuritáci. A mají tu vodu zadarmo. Já nevím, co má za zbraně. Ale to musím zjistit. A nespí ve hajzle. Tak, Elí, ty máš... Aha, ty nemáš ani masku. Tak. Těch skill plus 5. To má rozhodně lepší. Nemám. Tady možná helmu ti koupím. Lockpick Max. Medica plus 5. Teď koupím tak. Taradamta. Co je to poslední? Tu konečně Maktech můžu si koupit. Tak. Maximum. Něco na vylutění, ne? Jaká je mapa? Taktická shotguna. Vůbec mám zbraně. Jo, shotgunu, viď? Já se tam dám monták, montáku. Takého shotgun. Tak. Běžím na vás, hajzlové. Nic není. Nějaké štěrky. Určitě má flašku, tu je. Tapet. Tak. Další barák. Teda jsem se olek. Co se tu děje? Tady vůbec nikdo není. Začíná kultovat. Tady ještě barák zatím. Ne, to jsou jenom zeď. Zpěvá jede ta sračka, vo. To bych si vyzkoušel tu brokovnici, viď?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps. Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
Aha.
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center. Forget I said anything about that. Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. Them's good eating. Don't mention it. Anything else you'd like to know? Distress call from here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed. Not me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such. Oh, before I forget, Anti-Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Jo tak. Sejmuj si aspoň ty štěrky, ne? No. Nestěžuj. Radši uložím. Ještě se budou nějaký červený zboží. O! Ale už je červený. Ježišmarja. Už je pronásledujou a já se potom leknu. Tady bude hromada vedlejšáků zas. Sakra, tady můžu krást.
If you've come to end my life, let's be
honest. To je
on. Oh, not actually one of them, are you? Yes. Anton Crane, lead scientist here. I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Yeah.
Standard operating procedure for suits, boss. They're all a bunch of cowards.
An attack. One that I'd wager was due to the nature of my research here. My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here. I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel. One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue? Very well. We'd formulated the world's most effective appetite-suppressant toothpaste. Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste.
Aha, ultimátní dietní zubní pasta.
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us. Shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Takže to bylo jen odlákání, tady to.
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab. My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him. That would surely lighten the weight on my conscience, as I'm held to account for the well-being of every scientist here. Too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name, as it were. And far too much paperwork. I'll thank you not to mistake my ambition for callousness. It's just that their constant complaining can begin to wear. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here. It's infuriating. Believe what you will, but I'm not the manipulative, ego-driven person you think me to be. I'm not.
Fakt není, jo. Tak, to by bylo. Kolik můžu níst ještě? Moc ne, jo. Rozeberu. Tak jaký srdčky jsem dostal 10. Teď nemůžu vyhodit. Všechno pod 5. 5 a níž. Zlikvidovat. Co ještě děláme za quest? Distress signál, pořád to pokračuje. Ještě to vede na 2 místa.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Really?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work. Sure, loyal company fella. That's me. Auntie knows best. Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I gotta do. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean? No, not unless you break the... But why would you? Let me explain. I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Whoa, slow down. Benefits?
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
Oh, he's making enraptured, Captain. An aphrodisiac. Wrapped musk is the main ingredient.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. With Monarch embargo, the price is sky high, but I'm not making the drug.
The results are outside the margin of error, technically. Sure, of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself, dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here. If you have a buyer. I got a contact who wants to haul the entire batch to Byzantium. Help me out, I'll cut you in for a share. I'll even pay you before I am, when you deliver to me. No, I mean, nah. In fact, don't mention this to Dr. Crane at all. Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
Červený, jasně. Ještě aby ne. Tady nikdo není. Vodka je pryč. Taky, to taky. Nemáte tu nic schovávat, to je ještě šatník. Koupelna. Výval je pořád hledaný. Ještě aby ne. Lamper. No, klíč odsuť. Kradu jim stanici, vole. Mám nějaký junk, nějaký ty kraviny, teda počkat. Sell. Nebo ještě nejdřív to porovnám s těma, co mám. Nechtějí něco lepšího. Automak pistol, jo. Tady to má 40, to má lepší. A mílí nějakou 83. Tak. Jo, to si nech. Felixy. No tak ty máš rád velký ty bouchačky, to zase něco tady měl. Meší 48, on má lepší, no tak nic si nedostaneš. Workbenchi to můžu breakdownout, věc všechno. Já to jsou jejich zbraně. Tinkering. Aspoň jednou to zvednu, ne? To je drahý. Se dá modifynout, co se tam dá dát, critical damage, noise range, DPM, co je DPM? RPM, damage type, plasma shock. Jo, už tam mám nějaký mod. A tu můžu dát něco. Zdale. Říkej, že můžu dát moty na nůž. Ona už tam nějaký mody má. Jo, to půjde. Co dělám teď? A neseká se to. Jako se v pohodě, žádný ztráty snímku ne. Je! To je leželo, já nic. Zapomněl, že na mě můžou vyběhnout. Mají všude zavřeno. Nemají otevřeno. Dobrý den, pane.
Outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor, let
to
me
jsem
finish
dokonce
this, will you?
hledal.
And then make it quick, please. Oh, you aren't with the Outlaws? Who are you then? Oh, well, good luck. Now, if we got the carpet in here, it's just a matter of... Orson, you idiot. Just put it... of course, because I didn't...
Sucker.
We're gonna get this solved. I mean, it's really now or never. I'm going to... What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway. Why, yes. I suppose I could. Thanks. Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the Outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done. No. Well, yes. Well, No. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
No jasný, že to
Say,
najdu.
You wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you? Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
Hajzle.
They can't keep us out.
Oh. Jaký kanon. Tak už nic nemá. Ha, 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 ha. Čus. Počkej. Kde jsem byl už? Když jsem nebyl v baru, jsem nebyl.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's gonna tell you to make tracks. Want to treat yourself before you go? Something for the road, maybe? I don't really know you. Roseway's supposed to be closed off to visitors. Stands to reason you could be a corporate spy of some sort.
Jo.
Then again, there's nothing in my
Jak to
contract
hodlá?
that says I can't sell to corporate spies. Your bits are the same as anybody else's. Annie Cleo makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon.
Hehe, jeden do gold. Ty nemáš ani zadní místnost. Tady už jsem byl. Registr signál, už je všechno venku a... V těch dveřích jsem ještě nebyl. No, taky to není až tak velký tady. Jak daleko? 300 metrů. Ty vole. Skočí nejdřív sem, ne? Tak pojď, sračko. To jsou popadaný lidi. Tady dost lidí zakoplo. Já tohle budovu a ukončit stream. To už je půlnoc skoro. Popky. To tam je. Nebo roboti. Co je? Ah! Má granátomet.
Security patrol.
To je jaké silný. Tak nějakou zbraň. Hajzl. Co to je? Robofobia. Perception, fobia, dexterity, temperament. Ani hovno. Byla jedna místnost, no. Bedničky, dejte mi bedničky. Bedny, bedny. Ne, nic. Sprý to tady, jako kdyby tady neumřel, neříkej, man. Co to za zvuk do prdele? Ne? Se jenom tady vemu na zásoby, jak nic víc. Zbytek vám tady nechám, nábytek neodnesu. Tyjo, kolik to má pater zas. Co ty mají? To ještě, že má granáty ten šápek. V pohodě, no. Co jste měl najít? Jo, tady ty plánky. Další level. Do čeho si to dám? Míry. No, to nedělám. Dialogy zvednout. Tak. Šperky nějaký. Má nový ten. Víc unesu. Carrying capacity bonus. Kompanionu. Oni taky můžou něco níst. Už to nikdo neřekl. Dialog skill. Consumable weight. Nebo dobrý. Snížená váha jídla. Já vím jenom od těch dvou. A to chce ještě dva researche. Jsem je legal, aha. Takže doví, kde to je. Otevřeme tady, dobrý. Nebo to je východ. A to je východ. Nic víc tu není. Tady to chlápka se ani neobral. Já už budu končit stream, už je za 2 minuty půlnoc. Díky, že jste si díváš do konce, já už záznam nebo live. A zase někdy příště. Zítra v sobotu. Hajzlové. Kam letíš? Ježišmarja, tady vás je. A umřu. Dobrý. Trošičku se je překvapil. Hajzle. Tady teď číhali. A to jsou výbušný barely. Má svou fast travel už. Aha, ten další je někde v prčicích. Na jiný planetě. Tak jo, díky, že jste si díváš do konce a zatím čus.